They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Utah Utes, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Utah's offense going to get the chance to start this game off. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Power football with the run. And this home team defense is not rolling out the welcome mat for the visitors. They start their night stuffing the run. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Off the play fake. Here comes the heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here's a heat. And the third down pass is incomplete.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Tigers offense will take the field for the first time. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line. Maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
And I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that it
breaks into the open. Touchdown, Tigers! He got a step and just dusted the field.
I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
And right down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. see if they can be more productive this time around. Snags it quickly on the left. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
From the gun, the running back has it. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. They'll try to get it through the air. Complete. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. The Utes are on the move. Caught in the backfield. It's Booker. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. The hand to the running back. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's
turning it on. He's forced out of bounds just short of the goal line. A mere yard away from Pater. And the Utes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Slams it ahead. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. He's looking to pass. They go to the wide receiver screen. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to Pater.
And that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense, too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up 4th down.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They'll go to the ground. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Long way to go for this offense. 1st and 10 from their own 12. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Does a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Marshall. Makes the grab. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. The Tigers with the 1st and 10. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen.
And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
I'll tell you, this This guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find...
Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down. Offense walks through the line for play number 7 of the drive. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. It's complete. Oh, better check some ankles. He makes a move and gets down to the 24. The Tigers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Off play action. Under fire. Finds his tight end. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Off the play fake on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to throw, it's Marshall. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions and giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Quick completion on the out route. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. And the Tigers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown LSU!
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Gets it past the first down marker and still running.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
That's really worrisome if I'm the head coach, watching my run game suffer the way it has early in this game. That's why you're down by a lot of points right now. The only way you're going to change the scoreboard is if you're able to find a way to start running it. So if you can't do it with your running backs, you got to think about QB runs, jet sweeps. You got to find ways to have balance and be able to get it done on the ground.
The Utes will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. He's got him. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw again. He makes the grab. Showing off those sweet feet as he gets it to the 45.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
The give to the tailback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at 34. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got his man, makes the grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The give to the back. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. From the gun. Give on the inside. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Throws for the tight end. Oh, he had it, and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. On target. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got a man. It's Tremble. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Utes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking to fire. Release to the back. He's got him down the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Oh, they're after him. On the run, fires downfield. Oh, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They go to the draw. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Effective draw plays in the running game really begin with the quarterback. The quarterback's got to be a great salesman. You got to really make the defense think it's pass. You keep your eyes focused downfield till the last possible second, turn around and hand it off. And by that point, the defensive ends have rushed way upfield, and there's less bodies for the running backs to have to maneuver around before finally moving forward.
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. This field goal attempt is going to be an even 50-yarder. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
Well, you're always going to wonder what woulda, coulda, shoulda happened on 4th and inches had they gone for it. But with this kicker, I like taking 3 points and putting it on the board.
On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Got his man in the middle. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Dropping back, it's Marshall. Quickly to the tight end. At the 45 on his way. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Wants to throw on first down. Fakes to grab. Got room at the 35. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
How many first downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out, continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Tigers.
I don't know what play they called, but I would call it again because the defense had no idea what was going on. Receiver comes wide open, catches the football, and gets the easy touchdown.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Fresno State dug down deep and found a way to secure a coveted road win. And who knows how the pundits will view this one, but I'll tell you this. It sure beats trying to explain a bad loss. Really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup. The type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. Rushes on him. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Back to pass. Good timing on the quick out. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. He's going to take off. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Utes line up to punt it away. Let's see what he can do with it. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Pulls it in. Oh, what a move to get room. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. LSU right back to the line. Looking downfield, it's Marshall. Got his man.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Offense in a bunch formation. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. They're working that left side. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Got to get everyone set. They spike it to stop the clock.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead, and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Baton Rouge.
And the Utes will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. They'll open the second half on the ground. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Marshall. Fires to the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. There he goes. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. LSU now operating in the red zone. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's got it on the run. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU!
After that amazing performance in week 1, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field, even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This team is going to be a contender this year. You can just feel it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Got the quick completion. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Tremble. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving it forward just a few. The Utes are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. Breaks into the open. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Utah!
And he finds the end zone again. I tell you what, man, this guy's going to be a force. You look at this offense, they find different ways to get him the football, different ways to use him. 3 times now he's entered the end zone, and not even 2 full games yet. This dude's a playmaker.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. Got his man on the right. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
There are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Fires to the big fella. Still on his feet at the 45. Make the stop at the 40. But he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. The give to the back. Past the first down marker and still running. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. Finds his back in the middle. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. Absolutely perfect. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception there.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Hauls it in. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. And the Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Here we go. From the gun, wants to pass. unloads to the wideout. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on third down brings us to fourth. The Utes will bring the punt team onto the field. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer.
Turning it on. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent will be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. And the Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Trying to pick it up on the ground. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Well, guys, so far this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. LSU will get a first down.
And if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
From the shotgun, the inside give.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. LSU lining up first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And the Utes have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Bringing the heat. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Rich. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
On the slant.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. So now it's second and long. Trying play action. Fires to the big fella.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a...
Oh, he's got some space. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They're a perfect 2 for 2 on third down on this drive. They need 8 to move the chains again. They'll keep it on the ground. He's not quite going to make it to the marker. They'll spot it at the 37, and now a decision on fourth down. The Utes will call on their punt team. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Quarterback on the keeper. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Leaves it with the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Rides to the back. Got enough space. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Utes!
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
On the move from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Give as they work on that clock. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the fourth quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game. Being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Let's go! Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day,